Welcome back to the Strive. Yeah, cast.
Season 3, episode 25.
Yeah. What I'm talking about,
Jeff
Jeff.
bringing the heat right away. Love it, Jeff. Nice job. Welcome back to the
in the
STRIVEcast.
middle of STRIVEcast, even
Yeah.
from Noel.
Welcome back to the
I already do that for Pete, but
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
Amazing. So welcome back, everybody. Season 3, episode 25. Very excited to chat with a good friend of Strive and a great friend of Noel's, Mr. Jason Beattie of World Gym here in Portland, Maine. You excited, Noel?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lots of fun to chat with him. We should introduce ourselves, shouldn't we? Noel, would you like to go first?
Right over here and to the end. Thompson.
End to the end.
End to the end.
Welcome, end to the end.
You, the end.
I know what Pete's last name is. I mean, part of his first name is P-E-T.
E.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, it's like P-E-T.
E.
Yeah.
You're saying pet.
Yeah, but backwards.
That would be E-T-E-P.
Yeah. For that, Pete, I'll be your middle name.
Pete E-Tup Brown.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I like that. I like that, Pete.
Yeah. Give me a minute and I'll come up with your middle name backwards.
Okay, cool.
Well, Jeff, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. Sound and video engineer, want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Ryan, the sound and video engineer.
Producer Susie, want to introduce yourself?
You know it was I'm Susie and I'm producer. Oh yeah.
Welcome, Suze. Other producer, want to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Whitney.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, you are, girl.
Co-traffic controller, want to introduce yourself?
I am Pete, and I had to write it down because I couldn't spell Jeff's name backwards. But if we're going, your first name is your first name, and then your middle name is your first name spelled backwards, it would be Jeffrey Yerfedge.
All right. Well, as you can see, the
walk it,
energy,
Susie.
the spirit, everything is high today on the STRIVEcast. So we are excited for another great episode, and we'll get started right after this. So Jeff, you know what to do. Want to take us to break?
We'll be right back.
Please welcome Jason Beattie. Yay! Welcome, Jason.
Hi, yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Of course. Your buddy Noel has got your first question. So Noel, let's start it off strong.
Welcome to the STRIVEcast, Jason. Now, tell us about World Gym and your job there.
All right, so yeah, World Gym it's on Marginal Way in Portland. It's one of the bigger gyms around, and I'm a personal trainer there. I actually train Noel here, and I'm also the head of the training department. So I'm in charge of all the other trainers at the gym.
It keeps you pretty busy, sounds like.
Yeah. It's a little bit different right now, but we're doing our best to try to get through COVID and all that. Yeah.
Right. Well, Jeff's up. Yeah. Jeff has got your next question. So Jeff, go ahead with your first one.
Did you always know you wanted to be a personal trainer?
So I went to school for athletic training. It's a little bit different. So have you ever seen on a football game or something, the guys that help tape up people or they go out on the field? So originally I went to school for that. I got my degree in that field, but I kind of changed my philosophy on what I wanted to do. So instead of working with teams like that, I ended up going into personal training because my wife is also a personal trainer, and she kind of steered me that direction. So that's how I kind of got into personal training, was from my wife, and I kind of never looked back. I just went that route, and I love working with different types of people with different goals. So I look at everybody like they're an athlete anyway, so I try to treat them that way, and I try to train them that way. Right, Noel?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, I bet your favorite client is right here in the room. Awesome. That's so cool. All right, Noel, back to you, buddy.
What is your favorite part of your job?
So my favorite part has to be working with a bunch of different people. So like when everybody has a different circumstance, right? So whether they're dealing with, Parkinson's disease or they're training for a marathon, it kind of changes up my day. So not every client that I'm training throughout the day is the same. So obviously everyone has a different personality too. So I like that about my day, is that every hour it's a little bit different. Even though I'm training, every hour might look a little different depending on what the person's training for or the personality of the person and all that. So that's probably the best part. The people that I work with.
Yeah, and I bet it keeps things nice and fresh throughout the day to just have different personalities and different energy levels to work with. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Jeff, back to you.
What is the most challenging part of your job?
The most challenging part of my job, besides wearing the mask all day, that's a little bit hard. But the hardest part is probably, as a personal trainer, what makes it difficult is that it's not like a 9-to-5 job, meaning we don't get paid the same unless we're working the same. And it's hard to work the same if people are taking vacations, so our job is always fluctuating week to week. So that's a little bit of something that when you start out, you have to get used to, kind of making sure you have enough clients to pay your bills and all that stuff, right? Because if people take vacations, I got to account for that. And so that's probably the most difficult thing, is to navigate kind of the unpredictable schedule week to week.
Well, I think that probably segues into the next question too. Noel, you ready for the next one?
How has COVID-19 impacted for World Gym?
Yeah, so when it happened a year ago or so, we had to close down for a couple of months because of the mandates, and then we kind of reopened slowly and had guidelines, and we're allowed to only have like 5 people per 1,000 square feet right now. So we've spaced everything out so that it's safe. We're cleaning all day, and so we've added a lot of cleaning to it. We've had to space out our treadmill so that you're not right next to each other when you work out. But it's also dealing with a lot of people don't want to be in the gym right now because they just feel unsafe or whatever. So we've been doing either Zoom workouts with people as a trainer. Sometimes I've been training, when it was nicer out, we were training outside so that we could be spaced apart. It's been picking back up where people are trickling back into the gym because they know that gyms are actually one of the safer places that you can be. They haven't shown any, there's no information out there that is showing that we could be a super spreader place. It's because we're cleaning so often. And so that it's been a little bit difficult because people have been out and a little bit scared to come back, but it's getting better.
The Zoom workout, like, is that tough to do as the trainer?
It was tricky at first because I'm not right there showing them, so it's tricky. But people kind of adapted, and I was like, hey, if you could just get a couple pieces of equipment, if you could get a band or a ball or something, then we can do a whole kind of workout. And it took a little while at first to get used to, especially if you're training multiple people, right? If somebody starts talking, the camera switches to them, so then you have to figure out, all right, am I muting everybody and then I'm just talking to a screen, or can everybody learn to like only talk when it's kind of quiet, you know?
Definitely. A lot of tricks you got to figure out along the way. All right. Well, I think Jeff has your last regular question before we get into the fun one. So go ahead, Jeff.
what's the one thing you wish everyone know about gym and about personal training?
So, in regards to personal training and nutrition, I just wish people knew how good they could feel if they would start it, even if they started with just walking, right? You don't need a personal trainer to start moving and start being active. So if they knew how good they could feel, that's one thing I wish that they would know. You know, like it might feel like it's hard at first, but if you get moving and you keep the ball rolling, then eventually it gets easier and you're more doable, and then you're doing more work and you're seeing more progress and you're seeing better results. Right, Noel? So no, when we first started, how was it?
Fun.
It was good right out of the gate. Was it hard at first, or do you feel like you've gotten better over time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So when Noel first started with me, we had to work on his squats, his push-ups. We had to work on his lunges, and at first it took a while to kind of get him into the right form. But after a while, now he's a pro. He knows all of it right out, pretty easily. So, right, Noel, you started out hard, and then it got a little easier for you, and now all the movements are pretty doable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if people could feel that way, like if they could feel as good as Noel feels now about his exercises and stuff, if I could bottle that up and give it to everybody, that's kind of what I wish they would know, how good they could possibly feel.
I'll get of advice too. It gets easier as it goes on.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think those were all our regular questions for you, Jason. So now, Jeff, Noel, Susie, what's the time for? Time for the
Round.
These are off the cuff.
Off the
Jason,
cuff.
so anything, we don't know what they're going to ask, so anything goes. And Jeff usually starts us off. So Jeff, ready to start the lightning round?
Jeff, let's
What do
go.
you think, Jeff? Question one.
What's your favorite baseball team?
My favorite baseball team, it's got to be the Red Sox.
Oh, because, I was looking at your hat. I thought you
Yeah,
like the Blues.
So the Blue Jays hat is, I just like the color of it.
It is a
Oh.
nice blue. Nice choice.
He threw you
All
off
right.
there, Jeff.
Yeah. All right, Noel, your turn.
If you ate a fruit, what kind of fruit do you like to be?
If I was a fruit, what kind of fruit would I want to be? Probably, I don't know, a pluot. I like pluots.
I bet you've
Good
never
answer.
thought about that, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say, but you never been asked that before. All right,
So,
Susie,
yeah.
you ready for your lightning round question? Gotta hydrate for it.
Go for it, Suze.
What is your favorite restaurant?
Ooh, my favorite restaurant? Probably Sebago Brewing Company. Yeah.
Good one.
Jeff, back
Back
to you.
to Jeff. Yep.
What is your favorite spring training?
Ooh,
Ooh,
interesting.
my favorite spring training?
Yeah, for baseball.
Ooh, I don't know. Like I've never really been down to Florida to watch spring training, but I used to like playing baseball in the spring up here. So probably my own spring training when I played baseball in high school. That would probably be my favorite.
Topical. All right, Noel, one more.
Yep.
Go for
So
it.
if you were a superhero, what kind of powers you might have?
Ooh.
Super. I'd probably want to have super speed like the Flash.
That's a good one.
Probably good for your profession as well.
Yeah, and then in my spare time, I could win all these road races and make a little extra money.
Exactly. All right, Susie, last one. Want to bring it home?
Tell us your but it's joke.
Got a joke you want to share, Jason?
How do you know when it's time to go to the dentist?
What? How?
It's 2:30.
You
I'm
succeeded!
thinking that
I was like, that there must be another answer. That's a great one. I was like, what could it be? Awesome.
Here, you
Well,
wanna say
Jason.
hi? So this, he's too bad you're in. This,
Hi.
Welcome to the STRIVECast.
all
Yeah.
right, so he wanted me to ask, why can't zoo animals take a test?
Ooh.
Oh.
Why? What do you guys think?
I don't know.
They
Give
have
up.
too many cheetahs.
Ooh, good one.
That's a great joke. Nice job.
So
Awesome.
that's my oldest son, Braden. He's 10.
Green.
Great joke. Oh, sorry. Very loud. Well, Jason, those are all of our questions for you. Thanks so much for taking the time to join us. Excuse me. It was so nice to meet you and have you join in the fun. So
Yeah, it
thanks
was
so
my
much for-
pleasure. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you soon.
Thank
See you on Thursday, Noel.
All right. Jeff, what do you say? Jeff will be.
We'll be right back.
Podcast is brought to you by.
You're right here.
There you go. Yeah, you're right here.
That's right. Pete, want to tell them the news?
Well, we have a special, as we've announced the last couple of weeks. Our March 2 for 20 special is ongoing. And I'm not going to talk about it too much because we have some strong interest from someone in this. So you might hear their ad right here next week. But if you want to get in on it, contact us today, strivecast@pslstrive.org, or give us a call. Be happy to promote your brand. And we have plenty of availability left throughout the rest of the year. If you can't get in March, we'll be happy to make a plan that will work for you and your business. But stay tuned for something new in this spot next week. Thanks.
All right, Jeff, we'll be.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back and it's time for.
Susie's Kids. Yes, you do. Susie Kids. Susie Kids. Right on those Susie Kids. And I'm high spirit today. Big
Well,
what?
it's a
Oh, yeah.
too.
All right, Susie, what are the cues about today?
Well, I'm gonna make you, girl.
Awesome. Does that say they're about sleep? True
It
or
sure
false?
does. Sleep, true or false?
Yes.
Awesome. Pete, want to give us a leaderboard update?
Oh, yes. And Ryan will show it. Boom. But Winnie and Olivia, 27. Ryan, 29. Then Susie, 30. Noel, 31. And Jeff, pole to pole so far, 34 big points.
Wow.
And in our lead.
Awesome.
Okay. I need to get this, girls. Right.
Got this. Here we go. Cue number 1.
People spend 1/3 of their lives sleeping. Is that true or false?
All right. We'll start with the ladies today. And the first question is people spend 1/3 of their lives sleeping. Is that true or false? And it's Susie's game. So let's start with Susie. What do you say, Suze?
Oh, I think it's Pete.
You're welcome.
I
You're
think
welcome.
it's true.
Susie goes true. Let's go to Whitney.
I think it's true as well.
All right. Olivia.
True also.
All right, the ladies are all in it true. And then let's go to Ryan.
True.
True. Noel, Paul.
Me too. True.
Okay. And then our leader, Jeff.
True, Pete.
Okay. Lock it in
Yep, with Whitney. Yep.
with Whitney. All right. I don't know if you want to follow Whitney's lead on this. No offense. But it is true. Boom.
Yeah.
Points for everybody. We are off to a great start. That is true. And it's an average of 25 years of sleep for your whole life.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
So look at that. Making it rain, points right off the bat. Here we go. Teams. Suze?
All right, Susie. Q2.
Q2. The record for going the longest without sleep is 5 days.
All right. Is that one true or false? That the record for going the longest without sleep is 5 days. And we're going to start with the gentleman this time. Let's start with Noel. Is that true or false?
False.
Noel goes with false. All right, Ryan?
I would have to go with true on this one.
Okay. Jeff?
I think I might go to true as well.
Okay, so the gentlemen are split. Let's go to Susie.
True.
True. Okay. So we've got Noel's at false. Everybody else is true so far.
False. I meant to say sorry.
Okay, so now Noel and Susie are at false. Ryan and Jeff are at true. Olivia?
I'm going to say false.
Okay, and Whitney.
I think it's false too.
Okay, so Ryan and Jeff, I'm sorry to say, the answer is false.
Oh,
Anyone want to take a guess for an extra bonus point on how long the record is?
Is it 7 days?
That is incorrect.
8 days.
That is incorrect.
Is it higher or lower than 5?
That is, I can't give you that out yet.
Pete, I think I might say 4.
4 days is incorrect.
I would go with 9 days.
That is incorrect, but you're getting warmer.
Well, 11.
Yeah, I was
It
going
is
to
Oh,
11
yeah.
days. So-
I think it's less than 10. And
think that's
down, I think,
Yeah, it's 11 days.
7 days.
The record for going the longest without sleep is 11 days, believe it or not. It was
Wow.
set by a student named Randy Gardner way back in 1964. This
Wow.
is definitely not recommended because Randy suffered from extreme sleep deprivation. Some people have even died from trying to stay awake too long.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Not safe. Yes, Noel. Whatever that means. Don't do it.
Yeah, that means don't stay awake for 11 days.
Oh, yeah. All right. Susie,
All right,
Q3.
Question number 3.
Number 3. People can live longer without food than they can without sleep.
Okay, is that true or false? People can live longer without food than they can without sleep. All right, and we're back to the ladies. Susie?
I'm thinking true.
Okay. Whit?
True.
Liv?
True.
All right, the ladies are all in a true. Jeff?
False on this one.
Okay, Jeff is out on his own with false. Noel? Excuse me?
True.
True. Okay, and Ryan?
False.
Okay, so the Ryan and Jeff team together again at false. Guys, I'm sorry to say, but that one is actually true. People can go 1 to 2 months without food, but any more than 5 days without sleep, and you are in trouble. All right. So, question 4. Good news though, there's 2 more questions. You guys can bounce back. So Noel and Susie and Whit and Olivia catching up on you guys a little bit. So, all right. Question 4.
For dolphins, sometimes drown because they all fall asleep when and then don't come up for air. Is that true or false?
Okay. So dolphins sometimes drown because they fall asleep and then they don't come up for air. Is that true or false? And we're back to the guys. Let's start with Noel on this one.
True.
Noel's no hesitation going true. Ryan?
False.
Okay. Jeff?
Pete, I'm going with true to this one.
Okay. All right. So Noel, what were you? You true, and then Ryan's a false. Okay. Olivia?
Let's say true.
Okay, Whitney.
I'm gonna say true as well, even though that's sad.
Okay, and then Susie.
True.
Okay, so Ryan is the only false on this one.
Yep.
Ryan, good news, my friend. That is
Yeah.
correct.
Oh,
Good job,
Wow.
Ryan.
thanks.
Nice.
False.
You saved the dolphin.
You.
Then by the answer I will give. And that's
Here's how it
actually
works.
was false.
Dolphins can sleep with half of their brain while the other half stays alert and awake and make sure that they don't drown. Many animals are able to do this, but humans are one of the few that can't. So how about that? You could swim and sleep at the same time if you were a dolphin.
So cool.
So the only point there goes to Ryan.
Nice, Ryan. Good job.
Nice,
Let's catch it
bro.
up on Jeff. Okay.
One more, Pete?
One
Suze?
more. We've got one
All right.
more.
Yes, we're getting one
Go for
more.
it, Suze.
Success. You don't need to sleep. Continually for 8 hours or 2 to 4 hours of naps are just as good.
Okay. Is that one true or false? You don't need to sleep continually for 8 hours. 2 4-hour-long naps are just as good. Is that true or false? And we went girls, boys, girls, boys. It's back to the ladies now. So, Susie, you want to take a shot at that?
I think is true, and I am looking it in.
True and locking it in. All right. Whitney, what are
I
you
think it's
locking in?
true.
True. Okay. Olivia, stay
No.
with the ladies on this one.
I think
Come on, Liv. You got
I
this.
think it might be false.
Okay.
I think that
locked
can't be
in?
right. Lock in.
All right. So the ladies are divided. We've got Whitney and Susie with true, Olivia with false. Jeff, what are you?
Pete, I would say true.
True for Jeff. Ryan,
I think false.
false. And Noel,
True.
true. Okay. Guys, good news for those of you that said true, because it is
Oh.
true. In the 17th century, people used to wake up in the middle of the night, spend an hour or two reading, praying, socializing, and then go back to sleep for a while. So there you
Oh,
go.
yeah, now.
That
We should
is
just do that.
true. So Jeff is a point, Noel gets a point, Susie gets a point, and Whitney gets a point. So today we had, and I'll do the today's scores, and then Susie, you can do your outro, and then I'll give the overall scores of that.
All right.
Okay, so today we had a three-way tie for first place with 4 points each. Big day for Noel, Susie, and Whitney.
Ooh.
And then
Yes!
Olivia with 3 and Jeff with 2 today. So we'll be back with the totals right after Susie sings her theme.
All right, ready, Suze? Go for it.
Susie Kiss, I love Susie Kiss. Yeah! And
Yeah.
I am the tip of the line. Oh, yeah!
Girl.
Good
Bam, what is
Bam.
right?
What? All right. So some movement on our charts today a little bit. I've got a lot of numbers scratched on this small piece of paper. So here we go. In 6th place, Olivia, 30 points. 5th place, tie, Whitney and Ryan with 31. So that could be tied for 4th if you want to look at it like that as well. In 3rd place, Susie, 34 points. 2nd place, Noel, 35
Ah.
points. And in 1st place, but it's getting closer, with 36 points, it's Jeff. So we got 30,
Noel, you're creeping
36,
up.
35, 34.
Lead.
All right.
Let's go, Noel. Catch up. Awesome.
Only a game.
It's only a
Only a
game.
game.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right. All right. Well, great round of Susie's cues to everybody. Thanks, Susie and Jeff. We will be
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back, and it's time for
Ask me.
Ask You, Ask Jeff. Pete, who wrote to Jeff today?
Today we have an email from David. David sent us an email at strivecast@pslstrive.org. It's David from Old Orchard, and David wants to know, he writes, Dear Jeff, I love the show. If you were to win $10 million in the lottery today, what would be your first 3 moves? Thanks, David in Old Orchard.
10
$10 million bucks. That's a big one.
Oh yeah, it is.
Good change, Jeff.
And I got
What would be your first 3 things you'd do? And Noel and Susie, you want to be listening up for your thoughts? So we'll have your.
Oh, yes. I'm right here.
Okay. If you won 10 million bucks, what are the first 3 things you'd do?
For 10,000.
Hold on. Let Jeff go first, and then.
Yep, I
Alright.
jumped ahead of it.
I think my first guess, Pete, is my first guess is,
What would you do? What would you do with $10 million? The first thing you'd do.
a whole bunch of DVDs.
Yeah. Great. What kind? You could get a ton of DVDs for 10 million bucks. I tell you.
Oh,
Shopping
yeah.
spree at Bull Moose.
Yeah.
You could probably
Elsewhere.
buy Bull Moose.
A lot of DVDs of the Wild Thornberries.
Okay. There you go.
Oh,
All right. So maybe that's $1,000. You now have $9,999,000 left. What's your second thing you'd do?
My second thing is actually I'm gonna give it to my mom.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right. And then the third move?
My third move is I'll give some of it to my dad.
There you go.
Oh,
Nice.
you're so nice, Jeff. You could buy anything in the world you wanted, and you just give the money to your parents.
What about take the STRIVEcast out to lunch?
Actually,
Archie.
I was just thinking about that. I was thinking
Just in
about
fourth place.
I was gonna take Whitney out to lunch.
Where are you gonna take Whitney? What kind of meal are you gonna give her?
Can't even share a pizza with us?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Thanks.
You guys get pizza and we'll go out to a nice lunch.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right. Noel, what would you do with the money?
okay.
10 million buckaroos.
Be not balloons. Be a movie star
A movie star.
and be a movie star and start my own series on a TV show.
You produce your own television show?
Yeah.
And Jeff could
rent-
buy your DVD.
and rent a limousine to be the young Brad Pitt. I can.
Ooh, young Brad
That's
Pitt.
as old as
Okay.
he is.
All right, and then you've got one more thing left.
Give it to the government.
Give it to the government. Pay some taxes, probably. huh?
Oh, I guess he owes.
All right.
Yeah.
How about you, Susie?
well, for my 10 buckaroos,
10 million.
A million buckaroos.
million buckaroos, I would take Miss W for dinner out.
You pronounce my name wrong.
Like her a horse and go on together.
Oh, you could buy a horse. You could buy a
I'm gonna get lunch, dinner, and a horse out of this.
$10 million. You could do you could buy a whole horse stable. All right, and then you got one thing left.
Oh yeah, and I will get some more headphones.
More headphones. Your
What
favorite.
do you need there, Susie?
You could buy
He
some
loves
real
headphones.
nice headphones for $10 million.
Yeah. The nicest.
You could buy
Awesome.
literally a set of headphones for every day of the year.
Yeah.
Buy some headphones for Pete.
How about you, it?
Yep. Okay, Whitney, what would you do?
I would pay
I'll
off.
tell you, she's not going to take any of us out to lunch. I'll tell you that.
I would pay off our house. I would not have to worry about affording a wedding, and I could donate some to organizations like Strive.
Very nice. Anybody else? Ryan?
Well, it's definitely a hard thing to say, but I'd definitely be able to get a lot of what they want. Be able to get a house, like nice, decent house to live in.
Very nice.
Able to,
Castle.
and
But-
like be able to give to really give back to support Strive. And keep thinking, even be able to say maybe we could have a good STRIVECast trip all the way to California.
Ooh.
Like not even like donate money to go to things like that, but be able to help put it out there more and grow
Yeah,
this.
think of the studio we could have.
Yeah.
Probably in your $10 million house.
But yeah, I'd love to be able to do that. Or be able to go on some nice vacations.
There
Like
you go.
you go on
Nice.
Sunshine State, Florida, or you can go to a country like London I've never been to before. That'd be cool.
Nice.
It's a great
Olivia,
idea,
do you have
Brian.
do you have any thoughts?
Mine are pretty similar to Ryan's, I'd say. Buy a house, do some traveling, and donate lots and lots of money to organizations just like Strive.
There you go. All right.
Pete?
And partners in one house.
Oh, well, I probably have to take myself out to lunch since none of you guys are going to take me. So,
I'll take you, Pete.
thank you, Susie.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'll take Whitney out to supper.
Thank you.
And it'll be her choice.
It's my
Oh,
turn to do something with the money. I would, I don't know, do a very elaborate practical joke on Jeff for not taking me out to lunch, and then I don't know, take care of my family. The end. And Strive. Really the end.
I'll take you out to lunch as well,
Thanks, buddy.
including the kids and wife.
Thank you. All right. Well, I think, Jeff, we thank David for writing in. And if any of you have questions for Jeff and our team, send them to strivecast@pslstrive.org. And Jeff, you want to take us to break?
Yes, we'll be right back.
Welcome to Noel Tree. Inside a house is a tree. Bottled up, it's a tree. Okay. Once upon a magazine. If you read a magazine, you will see what's in the magazine. But when the baseball comes out of the magazine, you don't know what else comes into the magazine. But when the magazine delivers UPS, it will cost you $110. So when the $10 came out to sell the magazine, then it wrote a book about the magazine, about the baseball game. How the ball came out of a comic from the magazine, and call it The Grateful Strawberry Calzone Meatball. And it came out with the end.
Wow.
Wow. And
That
a
was-
girl's
I would want a
ending.
strawberry calzone meatball.
That was very
Wow.
deep today.
Yeah. Noel, can you tell us what that poem means?
Yeah, it's about sports fly. If you have a sports magazine,
Why does the magazine cost $110 to be delivered by UPS?
not the people who sell the magazine.
It's a
Where did the meatball come into play?
Because sometimes when you have a cooking show, and sometimes baseball players cook a meatball in the magazine too.
Cool.
Referring to any magazine in particular,
Like a cooking magazine.
not a sports magazine.
It's a mix, a sports
Okay.
and a
A
cooking.
mix.
You know, cooking and sports, business and fitness. We like to combine topics here on the STRIVEcast. Wow. Well, anything else you want to say about that lovely poem, Noel?
Not really.
All right. Then Jeff, you know what to say.
We'll be right back.
STRIVEcast is brought to you by
There's like you.
Listeners like who, Ryan?
The Woodman family.
The Woodman family.
That's
Yeah,
right.
shout out to Thomas and the entire Woodman family. We hope to see you guys soon. Thank you for listening. You're the best.
Thanks
All
for
right.
listening.
Thanks for listening. All right, Jeff, we'll be.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back and it's time to wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Let's do this. Oh yeah, let's wrap it up. Oh yeah.
In honor of Susie's Cues being about sleep today, we should point out to everyone that Noel hasn't fallen asleep during a STRIVEcast at all in season 3. So
That's right. Let's go,
And-
Noel.
Yay!
25 straight episodes where you have not fallen asleep. So
My Noel.
congratulations.
Me.
Pete, how about me?
You have not either. Our whole team has been awake.
It's because I've been sleeping better when I'm here.
Great. Everybody's been
So I
sleeping.
can do it back in my apartment. Yeah.
Great. Good
Awesome.
news. Everybody's been
All
awake.
right. That's a great point, Pete.
Let's
So
come on.
look alive, right? So we are wrapping it up, and we want to say thank you so much to Jason Beattie for coming on the STRIVEcast for an awesome interview. That was so fun. Lots of fun chatting with him. We want to say thank you to Ryan, our sound and video engineer, for putting the show together and always making us look and sound great. Couldn't do this without you. Thank you to Whitney and Susie, our producing duo, for helping to keep this show on the
Let's
road.
do it. Can you
And,
fast?
just a
Oh,
quick
yeah.
plug for Strive Rocks coming up on Friday, May 7th. Go to striverocks.org for all of the details, but we are getting in awesome bands and prizes and exciting celebrity guests to join us. So this is not an event to be missed. So again, Friday, May 7th, Strive Rocks all night. We're going to be staying up all night on Zoom, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., all raising money for Strive programs. Can't wait to
And
see you there.
because
Strive Rocks.
virtual, you can join it from anywhere in the entire world.
Okay,
Got
You
it.
can access and can reach us.
There it is, Suze. You can join us via Zoom from wherever you are in the world. That's 8 p.m. starting Eastern Standard Time. And you can join, log off for a little bit, come back, stay for as long or little as you'd like, but we'd love to see you there celebrating Strive and our whole awesome Strive community. So striverocks.org. Anything else, Pete, Whitney, team? You good?
Nope. Think we're good.
All right.
Appreciate ya. Thanks for listening.
Ain't something.
Listening.
All
See
right.
everyone next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.